Hey everyone, I'm Crane, and in this video I will be showing you how you can make your very own emergency vehicle design. To begin with, you have to know how to design a livery. What is a livery? The livery is the texture of the model that you are going to use, the vehicle that you are going to make. Then we got the ELS design, the lights on the vehicles. You have to know how to script the basics of the scripting to make a decent ELS design. So while you're choosing the model that you are going to use, you should choose it very precisely because the models that you are going to choose actually affect the final product that you are going to make. So let's say that you had found your model that you're going to use, which I am going to use the Dodge Charger 2018 model. So here's my model. Now I have to find a light bar that I am going to use. I don't recommend you making your own design first. So first of all, you might not find these models very realistic, or they might not be very decent, as you can see. So you might want to look up more if you're going to use the Valor light bar, which is being used by Los Angeles Sheriff Departments and Los Angeles Police Departments. You can just search up that, and there should be a decent model somewhere here. Yeah, so there is this one, and I think this, yeah. So these are the models that you can use. So as you can see, they have realistic textures. So you're gonna size it up if you're going to use this one, but I'm just gonna use this one since it is actually sized up correctly. So first of all, try to have a pre-lit light bar, which is something like this. So try to put it up and uh, actually as realistic as possible, like this. Also, you can just copy this, delete it, and copy it onto the vehicle, so it will just center itself, just like that. So sometimes it might not do that, so you will sometimes still have to line it up yourself. Alright, just like that. So it seems like it is pretty much lined up with the vehicle. Once you think it is pretty much lined up and looking great, now what you are going to do is find the neons or make the neons yourself. As you can see, they are also named already, T1, T2, T3, etc. So what I'm going to recommend you is, first of all, you should look up a video of the department's vehicle responding, or just a stationary position where the light bar is actually on and you can see the patterns on it. So for this video I will be making the I think it was SBCSO. I'm gonna use that one, so it is going to be yellow for these ones. Yeah, just like that. So it might be a bit too complicated at first, so just try to let's say make a simple one, not like this. So once you settle everything down, you should be, as I said, look up a video of the vehicle and see what the patterns are. So as you can see, F1, F2, this, oh wait, no. So you might want to change, if you're going to use a valor light bar, I recommend you making a something like, for the blues, B1 and then B2. For the sides, I'm just gonna name them S1, S2, S3, and S4. Also, I'm gonna make these STD1 and STD2 since they are steady. No. So what I'm going to make is RS3 and the S are going to be BS. It seems like it is done, but one last thing, I will be also making these RS4 and BS4. This might actually help me while making the scripts. Now I should be done now. So once you're done, name the group light bar, and then you will be taking a remote event and then a value, which is going to be the stage for the light bar. So if you're going to make a 3-stage light bar, then I recommend you using a number value. But if it is going to be a let's say 1 stage, then you can use the bool value, but still you can still, I mean, you can still use the number value if it is going to be just 1 stage. So I'm gonna make it 3-stage light bar, so I'm gonna use the number value. So then I'm gonna make the number values name to on. Then we will insert the script here. So we have to check when the remote event gets an event on it. So we are going to write down script parent dot remote events dot on server events connect function. We don't have to put anything here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and go one right, enter. Then we will have to check the number of the value. For making that, we will be going to write down if script dot parent dot on dot value. You have to write down value, or it will just take this as an instance, not a value. And then you will go ahead and write down 3. So to be clear, if you are going to make a 1-stage light bar, you have to write down the maximum amount of stages in this part, which is going to be 3 for me. And then I'm gonna enter. and then we will going to write down script.parent.on.value equals 0. What this does is when the remote event gets a command, and if the stage is the maximum amount of stages, it will just reset it to off, which is the 0. And then we will go ahead and else script.parent.on.value plus equals 1. What this does is add a number to this value, which goes up like this, and when it is actually 3, it will just go down back to 0. Now it should be done now, but for people that might want to easily configure the script, you can go ahead and max stage equals 3 and then write down max stage. This will just allow you to change it through just this instance. I mean value, not instance. Now we can rename this to stage handler. Also, if you are going to add a long pattern, which some departments have, you have to do something like this. You will now have to go ahead and type local get. You can change this to whatever you want, this part. So you will now type down equals script.parents get children. What this does is it will get all of the instances inside this model. Why do we want to get the instances inside the model? Now, here is the thing. Now I will be going through every single instance that I took from the model. Now the command that I'm now writing down is going to go through every single instance. When I write down a v, it will be one of these instances, but I want them to be a script. How am I going to check that? Now I have to go ahead and write down is a script. Then I also want the stage handler to be not touched. What this means is the stage handler should not get deactivated. So I will also check for that. If v.name script.name, this small thing actually says that if this one is not this one, then it should continue to the script. Now what I'm going to write down is v.disabled, actually no, that got changed, v.enabled equals false, wait, v.enabled equals true. What this does is actually resets the script. If we don't add this, when you change the stage will not change until the script is actually gets resetted by itself. So let's say that we will start with the yellow ones. Now I'm going to write down while wait do. Some people actually uses true instead of wait. What this does is it might cause some let's say lag spikes, lag issues, and we don't want that. So what we are going to do is put a weight here, and then we are going to write down every single part first of all, which are going to be I forgot to change the names of these: T2, T3, T4, T5, T6, T7, T8. Now, transparency equals 1. What this does is making the transparency 1. What is transparency 1? Let me show you. So this is the value that we are changing. As you can see, it is 0. And when I make it go up to 1, it just becomes a little more transparent. So we are going to set all of these to that. You can easily do it like this: T4, T5, T6, T7, T8. Now you are going to go ahead and left control and X. What this does is deletes the thing that you just got, and then it will copy the thing that you just deleted. Now you have to check for the stage first of all, which is going to be something like this: script.parent.on value equals 0. Then it will be just completely off, just like this. I recommend putting a weight here so it can actually make it a bit optimized. Else if script.parent.on.value equals 1, then I will make a fictional thing right now. I'm not gonna use a SCSO because it will take a lot of time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and T7, T8, T1, T2. So I'm gonna paste this. Oh fuck. Hold on. 0.2. 0.2. So now I had made it in a way it will be just like this. I didn't attach it to the vehicle yet, so yeah, it will not move with the vehicle right now. I will show you that in a moment. The other stuff will just remain since we didn't touch them with a script. Now when I put this as 1, as you can see, it will be just like that. When I go up, as you can see, it will just stop since we didn't script it. Now else if script.parent.on.value equals 2, I'm gonna copy this 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now it is going to be 0.2 and 0.2 again. And then we will be going to add the third stage, else if script.parent.on.value equals 3, paste 0, 0. I'm just gonna copy this, and then also I'm gonna copy this again, and then I'm gonna change this to 0.05, 0.05. I'm also gonna put this after the transparent version I'm gonna paste this 2 times. I'm gonna make the same thing just like this to the other one. Copy, paste, paste. As you can see, this is the third stage now. I'm gonna run it and see how it is now. We'll go ahead and just, this is the first stage, second stage, third stage, just like that. I'm gonna add another thing, a small addition, which is going to be 2, 2. I like the effect when you add this thing. I really like the effect that it gives to the light bar. As you can see, I believe this is actually great. Like, it actually looks decent. Now we are going to make the sides. So I'm gonna name this to traffic, since this is the yellow, and yeah, you can guess. I'm gonna duplicate it, sides. Now in this part you will be going ahead and making it just like this. I recommend you changing these to making these scripts in a way that you will be able to see the shape of the light bar, just like that. As you can see, BS1, BS2, BS3, BS4, which are going to be, this is the BS1, BS2, BS3, BS4, and this is going to be RS1, RS2, etc. And this is going to be RS1. So as you can see, we had done the off, and then I'm just gonna copy this and put it right here. I'm not going to use anything on the first stage. Then we will go ahead and add the steady parts here. Also, I do not recommend you making another script for the steadies, which is for performance issues. When you have so many vehicles of the same thing, it will eventually might cause lag because it has so many scripts in it. So also I'm gonna add something like the script parent dot std1 dot transparency equals 0, copy paste std2. I'm gonna also paste these ones into these parts. So now we have these stuff. So this was the stage 2. Now I'm gonna make the steadies on again. I'm not gonna make the steadies again. Also, I made a mistake by adding it to the RS4. I'm gonna change it to RS1. So I copy this 0.05, paste, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. what I'm gonna do is basically doing this and making it 2, just like the traffic advisor. Now let's try it. Oh, I made a mistake somewhere, I think. Let's see. Wait, no, not this one. I mean, there shouldn't be any mistakes. I might have missed a RS3, RS1, RS2, RS3. Oh, wait, no, alright, I see the problem. I think I forgot to change this to, yeah, PS1. Let's test it again. Two. Steady is on. Steady is off. Steady is on. The 3 is the thing like this. Okay, now we are going to make the triangle part of the light bar. Duplicate it. I'm gonna name this front. And now we will be making it like B4, B3, B2, B1. I can actually just, yeah, hold on. Take it like this. And just remove the S from these ones, yeah. Just like that. We had done the basic of stage. I'm not gonna put anything for the second stage as well. For this one, now I'm gonna make it a little more faster, which is going to be 0.01. Now I'm gonna copy this. 0, 0, 0. Oh wait, no. And then we gonna make these 0, 0, 0. If you put a space between these, you might be able to see them much easier. Just like that. Now 0, 0, 0, 0. Paste. Now it should be like this. Zero, 0. Now let's test it again. I can actually change it a little bit more to actually look a bit more decent. So I'm gonna tell these to be stay open. Just like that. 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, just like that. As you can see, we had done our first ELS design, I believe. Now, how to make this operatable? It is actually really easy. You just gotta find a working siren control, put it inside the script, drive seat. I'm gonna delete these for now, and then put the light bar. You have to put this into the body, just like that. Do not put the light bar in anything other than body, or it might just cause it to bug or not work at all. So when we go inside the siren control, if you know how to script, you already know how to check if it is going to work at all. Now we have to find the J, which is going to be our thing. Also, we have to put a middle part, which is going to be our siren box. Let me just find one. I think I could use the very first design to get one and put it somewhere like in the front, so it is more easier to hear. So as you can see, there is a current siren thing, but you probably won't have the current siren thing because this is actually the thing that I had made myself. So when you go ahead and check it, you will see that vehicle.lightbar.remote event fire server true. If this exists, then it will be just fine and it will just work as it is intended to. So let's go ahead and try it ourselves. I think I made a mistake by removing the parts where I used to enter the vehicle, so I'm just gonna use the, as you can see, our firing part working. The stages are working just fine, as you can see. And then the bloom. For the bloom, I recommend you use the size at max, the threshold at 1. If you go below 1, then it will just be complete chaos, just like this. Like, it will be way too brighter, so I don't recommend going below 1. I generally use 1.2, and then we will go ahead and change this. This might look like the maximum amounts that you can set, but actually you can go over 1, just like that. Also, there is a actually great way to use the bloom in the night time and the daytime. What I mean is, I have a script that actually changes the bloom when the time becomes nighttime and then turns back to daytime, which would be something like for this video, it is going to be that's all. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, if you think this video was helpful, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. The next video is going to be how to make the liver design, so I will see you in the next video.